Starting off strong at number 1 is Balatro, a poker-themed roguelike that took the gaming world by storm with its incredibly addictive deck-building mechanics. This game transforms traditional poker into something entirely fresh and strategic by letting you modify cards with unique abilities, create powerful synergies, and chase increasingly ridiculous score multipliers. The pixel art aesthetic is clean and satisfying, while the gameplay loop keeps you coming back for just one more run. What makes Balatro exceptional is how it respects your time while still offering tremendous depth, with each run feeling meaningfully different based on the jokers and card modifications you collect along the way. Moving to number 2, we have Hades 2, the highly anticipated sequel that builds upon everything that made the original exceptional. You play as Melano, sister of Zagreus, fighting through beautifully rendered mythological landscapes with smooth combat that feels even more refined than its predecessor. The roguelike structure remains incredibly engaging, with permanent progression systems that keep you invested across dozens of runs. Supergiant Games has maintained their signature gorgeous art style and phenomenal voice acting while expanding the weapon variety and introducing new mechanics that make each escape attempt feel fresh and exciting. At number 3 sits Dungeons of Hinterberg, a refreshing take on the roguelike formula that blends dungeon crawling with social simulation elements in an alpine setting. You explore monster-filled dungeons during the day and build relationships with locals during evening downtime, creating a unique rhythm that sets it apart from traditional roguelikes. The game features puzzle-solving elements alongside combat, and each dungeon offers distinct environmental challenges that require different approaches. The vibrant art style captures the beauty of mountain landscapes, while the progression system rewards both combat prowess and social connections. Number 4 brings us Slay the Spire, the deck-building roguelike that essentially defined the genre and remains incredibly relevant years after release. Every run presents you with meaningful choices as you construct a deck from hundreds of cards across multiple character classes, each with completely different playstyles and strategies. The game achieves perfect balance between accessibility and depth, where new players can enjoy straightforward runs while veterans chase high ascension levels that demand perfect optimization. Its influence on the roguelike genre cannot be overstated, and it continues to offer exceptional replay value. Coming in at number 5 is Dead Cells, a brutally satisfying action platformer that combines roguelike progression with Metroidvania exploration. The fluid combat system allows for incredibly fast-paced gameplay where you chain attacks, dodges, and parries together in seamless combinations. Each run through the procedurally generated levels feels tight and responsive, with a weapon variety that encourages experimentation and adaptation to whatever tools you discover. The permanent progression systems unlock new paths and abilities that fundamentally change how you approach subsequent runs. At number 6, we have Risk of Rain Returns, a remastered version that revitalizes the classic with enhanced visuals while maintaining the chaotic multiplayer action that made it beloved. You select from diverse survivors with unique abilities and fight through increasingly dangerous stages while collecting items that stack multiplicatively to create absurdly powerful builds. The difficulty scales constantly through each run, creating intense pressure to keep moving and making decisions quickly. Whether playing solo or with friends, the emergent gameplay from combining dozens of items creates memorable moments. Number 7 features The Binding of Isaac Repentance, the definitive edition of this legendary roguelike that offers almost unlimited replay value through its massive content pool. You navigate through randomly generated basement floors, fighting grotesque enemies with tears and collected items that fundamentally transform your capabilities. The synergy system between items creates thousands of possible combinations, ensuring that virtually every run feels mechanically distinct. With hundreds of unlockables, multiple characters, and challenging alternate paths, this theme demands hundreds of hours to fully experience everything it offers. At number 8 sits Enter the Gungeon, a bullet hell roguelike that challenges your dodging skills while rewarding exploration and mastery of its diverse weapon collection. You fight through procedurally generated floors of the Gungeon, seeking to kill your past, collecting creative guns that range from practical firearms to absurd weapons like mailboxes and fish. The dodge roll mechanic feels incredibly satisfying, and tables can be flipped for cover, adding tactical depth to the frantic combat. Secret rooms, hidden characters, and complex unlock requirements give dedicated players plenty to discover. Number 9 brings us Loop Hero, an innovative roguelike that strips away direct combat control and instead has you shaping the world through card placement along an endless loop. You watch your hero automatically battle enemies while strategically placing terrain, structures, and enemy cards that determine the difficulty and rewards of each expedition. The metagame involves building up your camp between loops with resources gathered during runs, unlocking new cards and classes that open fresh strategic possibilities. Its unique approach to the genre and addictive loop of gradual progression makes it stand out. At number 10, we have Vampire Survivors, the minimalist roguelike that sparked an entire subgenre with its auto-fire mechanics and overwhelming screen-filling action. You simply move your character while weapons automatically attack nearby enemies, focusing your attention entirely on positioning and survival as hordes grow exponentially. The progression system offers satisfying power growth within runs as you level up and choose upgrades that combine into devastating synergies. Despite its simple premise, the game delivers tremendous satisfaction and has spawned countless imitators. Number 11 features Cult of the Lamb, which combines roguelike dungeon crawling with cult management simulation in a darkly charming package. You venture into randomly generated realms to gather resources and followers while returning to your base to build structures, perform rituals, and maintain your cult's faith. The combat feels smooth and satisfying with various weapons and curses to unlock, while the management aspect creates meaningful decisions about how to grow your following. The distinctive art style and twisted humor throughout makes it memorable. Finishing our list at number 12 is Nova Drift, a modern take on classic arcade space shooters reimagined as a roguelike with deep build customization. You pilot a ship through waves of enemies while collecting upgrades that can completely transform your playstyle from slow, powerful shots to rapid-fire shields or bizarre hybrid builds. The modular upgrade system allows unprecedented flexibility in how you construct your ship, with synergies between hundreds of possible combinations. Each run feels mechanically distinct based on the upgrade path you pursue.